It is.
Here we go. He's fucking poised. Ready, steady.
Don't give it away.
Ready, steady. Eyes on the prize.
Cool.
Here we go. Pounce, pounce, pounce. Yes! Boom! Had him! Fucking jackpot! Fucking jackpot! Get him! Yes! Fucking gutted. Absolutely spewing, this guy is now. Fucking spewing.
Got him!
Good shit.
Boom.
Oh,
Seagulls
man.
are vicious for you audio listeners. That was a seagull getting off the heist of a lifetime. Actually, that's nothing even surprising about that. A seagull wants your shit. It's going to take your shit. That's been my experience.
The best part of that is the two gentlemen who probably watched that happen and then were like, yo, you know he's going to do it again. Oh, fuck yeah, bruv. Like, let's sit here and watch. That in a nutshell is me, Curly, the DKG crew. Whenever we go somewhere, we see some shit about to go down. We're like, well, whatever the fuck we were gonna do ain't gonna be better than this. Let's watch this shit happen for an hour.
How long do we watch weird skateboarding tattoo dude on that one TwitchCon? We're like, he's gonna do something weird. We need to find this man, hunt him down, clear the docket of plans.
Yeah,
we gotta follow this guy around. It is absolutely how we act about stuff. What I can tell you about those guys, if they're anything like us, they saw something happen 6 a.m. that day, and they're like, all right, Tim, go home, get some chairs. We're going to post up here for a while. This seagull's going to do some mad funny stuff, and we're going to record it. That was probably their 100th time someone walking by, and they got that video. It was so glorious.
Just called it like, oh, here comes somebody. Here it comes.
I was at a beach once with my ex, and she wanted to do a picnic on the beach. And it was a surprisingly seagull-filled day. And, like, she made that mistake of giving one Cheeto. Not Cheeto. One, what are they called? The little square ones. The I can't remember the name. Cheez-Its, yeah. She had a box of Cheez-Its, and she threw one at a seagull. And that motherfucker turned around and said, they got Cheez-Its to all of his friends. And we got swarmed to the point where we were chased to the car. And my girlfriend... She threw a box of Cheetos into the air and said, you can have them! And we just ran to the car. And it was terrifying. It was a Stephen King style of movie. It was very frightening.
Alfred Hitchcock is... Hitchcock
is the bird guy?
Yeah.
I'm sure Stephen King's got some bird shit somewhere in his repertoire. Some haunted bird shit. Anyways, man, what you been up to?
Well, no, I don't think we've done a proper introduction of the show. This is dkgWELP, the Drunk Kids Gaming Podcast.
Thought that was good enough.
I'm Kaz. That's Curly, as always. No guest this week because it's just kind of a chill week. We've been pretty busy. You finally went to Pride because, like you said, San Diego is weird and it's like, we ain't doing that shit when everyone else is.
I was going to say, I go every year, but I thought you meant finally like you never went. Yeah. Pride just is a weird situation. I actually had, because I'm all Pride decked out, like from the nails and everything. I was at like 7-Eleven this morning, going to Steve's house, and this one worker at 7-Eleven, when I was just getting like a drink to keep me awake and everything during the show. She's like, oh, I love your nails. Did you go to Pride? And I was like, yeah. She's like, really wish they'd do it on the same day as everybody else. I was like, damn! Like that was her first go-to. I thought it was just gonna be like a fun conversation and interaction, and she's just like,
she instantly threw shade at the city.
Yeah. Tisk. And she's like, yeah, man, just everyone else does it on the same day. And I'm like, yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? Can I have my big bites now?
Everyone doesn't do it on the same day. They do it in like the same 2 to 3 week span.
Well, they do it during what is literally confirmed as Pride Month. I mean, that's at least get it in the month. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, no one in San Diego seems to give a darn because they're just like, I guess that's where our pride is. But it just, as a person who's now, more and more online, it's just very weird that everyone's like, darn, on Twitter, Pride Month's over. Can't wait till next year. And I'm like, my Pride's coming up in 2 weeks. Like, now I can't tweet about it. Now I'm just a silly boy in a tutu. What are you gonna do?
I do want to go see what other cities do for Pride, because I've been to the New York one once for like a few minutes. I've obviously gone to the one here in Baltimore a bunch of times. But I would love to definitely go back to like the New York one. I would love to see what some of the cities in California do, especially like in like San Francisco or like Hollywood, like West Hollywood area. Like I figured that would be an amazing, honestly, interesting thing just to people watch.
Like I know the big cities are obviously going to have way big prides and everything, but like as a person who's grown up in San Diego, our pride's pretty damn massive. Like
yeah.
It's like thousands and thousands of people, and it takes over the whole area downtown, and it goes a little nuts. I will present to you kids, for those that didn't get to see it or aren't in the Discord, here I present Pride Curly, if you want to enjoy.
Yeah, I love everything about it except for the fucking shoes, bro.
Listen, I polled people,
those
okay?
fucking dad shoes.
I polled
like
2 girls that I trust their instincts. And the only other option I had for these long knee socks were my like short high Pumas that I usually just use for work. And they looked awkward AF, dude. They did not look good. I was just rocking around in these big clunky ass boots. And I was like, guys, I need your help. I don't want to be that guy that rocks socks and sandals, but I don't think these Pumas look any better. And everyone uniformly across the internet and across my friendship group said, just rock the sandals, dude. You're going to be fine. So I did that, okay? And those are the girls I was hanging out with. Okay, no one's looking at my feet. Whatever.
All right.
I was not gonna wear heels. I on that note, I watched some kids in the parade. The parade route is about 1.5 miles, and there was 2 fucking decked out people, fully dressed out in like dress and everything, and like makeup and everything, but they were on stilts, and they walked that whole parade on these fucking stilts. And I was like, y'all need some like y'all deserve an award at this point. Like, I don't know how they do it. Next year it's just gonna be roller skates. We'll do that. That's easier.
Oh, there's a lot of fucking that.
I
see a lot of that.
But yeah, Pride was a blast. I really enjoyed it. It was thoroughly adorable and fun.
Do you guys have like 2-3 days? Because we have like 2 or 3 days, right? So there's the super main Pride parade, Pride party stuff day. There's like the before that day stuff where it's just kind of like gathering at all like the big gay bars in your town kind of shit. So there's like an area here where everybody does that. And then the after day, which I've never gone to because I've usually just gotten so shit faced during Pride that like that after day is a rest day. We decided to do that second day, which is like it happens in another bigger park and it's just super chill and there's like stages, but it's a lot more like oriented towards like, here's a program that helps people with this. Here's a program for this. Here's a program for that. And like all that stuff now has been separated out and is at that point. And we were just like, oh, okay, this is cool. But I'm like, all right, but that's like that Pride Day Prime is still my thing because it's day drinking, food, and rowdiness.
For us, we have pretty much the same exact thing. I think most of the stuff mirrors everything. The day before the thing that I went to, which was the parade, the main day. The day before that, they simply do a 5K around the same area. So they do this big 5K run thing, and then they have a bunch of little meet and greet tents and whatever from whatever sponsors that they have. The day before, I don't fucking go to that. I don't need to be running. Maybe I do need to be running. Day 2 at 10 a.m. at the Pride Flag in Hillcrest, where there's our main, gay supportive district with a bunch of the shops and everything that are more open to stuff. Starts the parade there, and it has a route that walks 1.5 miles, and it ends up. The parade marches into the gigantic Balboa Park. And that is actually a festival that you have to pay money to get into. And there's 4 stages of music. There's, drinks and everything. For the most part, most people just do that first day where it's day drinking, as Kaz said. I definitely started drinking at 9 a.m. at Julie's house. And I've told you this. Everyone at this point has heard stories of Curly's ability to know when it's limit time. And I remember because I was with Erica by the end of the night, or end of the parade, and we went to get one last cocktail. And I was like, she was like, oh, because her whole plan was that she had parked her car at Balboa because she needed to get back to Balboa because in the evening she was actually doing not a Pride related thing, but she was going to see a show that someone was going to be in, one of her colleagues or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'll just meet you up at some point, whatever. So we met up and we're still hanging out by the time she's going to go do that. And she's like, oh, do you want to come? Like, it's open to anyone. And I just looked at her. I was like, I am not long for this world, my friend. Like, if I don't get in an Uber within the next 20 minutes, you're going to see sloppy Curly on the street. So I was like a cell phone at 1% at that point. And I was like, let's just go find a place to recharge. And I made it home. It was nice. But yeah, I absolutely loved all that stuff. Yeah, Pride's a blast. It's where I've been. Sloppy Curly in the streets. The other thing I got to realize is so this is just a small thing, but my a friend of mine texted me and it reminded me of all the times it happens. But pretty much most cell phones will autocorrect Curly because it's spelled with an E and my name is. They'll autocorrect it to the word cutlet. So it's a common reoccurrence. I got it during Pride, and someone was like, "Yo, what's up? Where's Cutlet?" And I was like, "You know what? I ain't even mad about that. That's a nickname. That's kind of hot. Like, I dig that." You go, "What's up, little Cutlet?" Does that to me all the time. Yeah, see, Marvel happens to me all the time as well. But yeah, I dig all that stuff. Other than that, I think all we did today was, which is why I'm a little bit more tired, and why Kaz is actually in control for of the back half of this podcast. I didn't have time to make all the stuff because we did Dynamite D&D today, which I mainly only bring up one because it's amazing and one of the things I want to promote that we're doing over on the Dynamite D&D channel. But today, even though Kaz wasn't watching, was the spawn of I'm sure he did it on purpose, unless there's just a weird coincidence. But Steve named a character Breodin. And he's a Cooper, as someone who works on barrels. And he's going to be a reoccurring character at some point because we befriended him quite nicely. His name is Braden. Yeah. All right, never mind. Breodin. It's Breodin now. I changed it for you, Steve. But anyways, you should check out the Dynamite D&D station channel, Twitch show, the most amazing the most amazing Dungeons and Dragons you'll find on Twitch. Or anywhere in the world.
If you're definitely into that trick, definitely go check it out. It's going to be like good shit. Before we move to news, I do have another fucking thing. So I went out to brunch today, and it's at this place that like mostly like a lot of older people go to.
Was it like a bluegrass brunch, or what kind of brunch are we talking about here?
It's like a French place, so a lot of they serve a lot of crepes and shit. But I just got a fucking Belgian waffle and bacon and mimosas.
Mimosas have to happen at brunch. It's just a rule.
Yeah. But there's these table of old people behind us, and this gentleman is they're just having a polite conversation. The most lovely old people, most lovely. And this
such
gentleman,
an old dad.
Yeah. This lady, I think she asked him like how the boxing season or something season is going. Yeah, boxing doesn't really have seasons, but she said some sport seasons. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah. I was I watched it on the computer because Caitlin got me that Oku, and it has the ESPN app on there. And at first I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about watching it on that internet, because I didn't know what it was going to be like. And I'm just like, what? Like, it's perfectly fine. Like, it's probably better quality than what you're going to get on your TV. And he's just going on about that. And like, yeah, man, but it's interesting how they have these apps now, and you can just watch the sports on the internet. It's just crazy.
We got so many friends that are cord cutters, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But then I love, after he says all that, the old lady is just like, it's called a Roku.
Yeah. I mean, that's old people. That's old people. My dad still calls every video game console a Nintendo. You can't get away from that. Like, oh, he's playing with his Nintendo again, and I'm like, well, no, not really, but whatever.
Yeah.
And just
it's a thing where they're not trying, right? And I respect it, because once I hit a certain age, I'm gonna stop trying. Like, I could easily know the difference between things, but like, I ain't got to, so who gives a fuck?
I don't know, because we were just talking in the pre-show about leaning into being in those old folks, because I just get mad at fucking people not just being dumb with their fucking terminology and shit. But like, I don't know, man. For a long time, especially as being an IT person who's worked directly with the public for repairs over the years, when that was kind of a thing that people did, and people don't repair computers anymore. But you'd get that every when people say, especially when you were if you work in retail, you hear this all the time. People say the same shit over and over, thinking they're the first person to ever fucking say it. And like that small talk joke of whatever the fuck is the silly thing, like, do you get a lot of blah, blah, blah? And you're like, shut up. And yeah, you're the first person to say that. Cool. But I've had so many people do the whole, like, I just don't get computers. And like, listen, you can be as old as you want, or as old as you are. I don't care. I accepted that in the 90s. It's 2020 coming up, guys. Like, it's no longer cute. It's not cute. You're just so you're just dumb. Oh, okay. You choose to, like, I don't get air. I can't figure it out. Like, no, shut up. You live in a world that computers exist in. You don't just get them. You choose to actively not. Okay, that's your problem. That being said, my dad was very confused that he could get History Channel on his Roku instead of his TV subscription. And he was like, "Oh my god, I can pause it. I can watch it later. I can watch any episode." You start. And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, that's how TV is now." But then again, I'm over here yelling at people using Facebook the wrong way.
It's not an everybody thing. Time Jumper is definitely specific people. Like I come across a lot of old people who understand that stuff and like are cool with it. And I'm not surprised by it anymore. I think there was a period of time where I was, but I'm not surprised by it anymore, because I've come to the realization that the other people are just not trying. And that's the thing. They're not trying.
I think that goes for every type of subject. Like, at least don't. Again, I still think people that say the whole, like, oh, I just don't get it, they think they're being cute because they're getting that reinforced from all their other friends or whatever. And it's like, that's not cute. You just actively decided that you're not going to figure out how passwords work. What you do use this daily. Like, it's just like.
But it's also the thing where it's like computers have been around forever at this point, right?
At this point,
and at a certain point, they were harder to use than they are now. And there is media evidence that people had to learn how to use computers the harder way. Everything you did is just now on a graphical interface. Like, pulling up a file is clicks rather than remembering the file name, typing a command to get to the file system to find that file. Like fuck off, old man.
And I'll actively vocalize when I'm showing something to someone when they ask a dumb question. Or even just, not even a dumb question. I don't want to go that far. But when someone asks, like, oh, I'm using this new software called Blogadabloop, and I've never heard of it. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, well, how do I do this in it? And I'm like, I don't know. You're the only one who owns the software in the entire West Coast. Like, and they're like, well, how do I do this? And I'm like, okay, well, let's work together on this. I'm going to scroll across the top here and look at the different menus. And you tell me when you see something that resembles the question you just asked. Okay, file, nope. Cool, edit, no. Oh, preferences, let's check there. I don't know, it might be in there. I was trying to have this one teacher is just like so mad because her emails don't have timestamps anymore. And I'm like, I don't commit to memory where Outlook's timestamp sections are, but it sounds like a preference. Let's try there. Like, I don't know. It might be in there. And she's like, oh, it is. And I'm like, yeah, you could have done that one. You got it. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Like, one of the ones I hate the most, well, two of the ones I hate the most, but one of them was very particular to the place I worked. And it was when I worked at the aquarium. And we had this big front-facing fish tank that faced the front doors, and every time, it would be the same joke, which was guy walks up to me, points at the fish tanks like, should have brought my rod.
Oh, yeah. You wear the hat that says Dad, Kaz. I don't think you can be mad.
This was before I wore that, but still, you don't have to be that guy. Or now, which I know everyone has dealt with, is the some old man who's with his wife hands you $100 bill, and you like go through the okay, yeah, whatever, and he's like, oh, yeah, hope it looks good. Just made him this morning.
You're like, that's when you stop and say, oh, sir, I have to call the FBI right now. 1 second. You know, sorry, it's a rule. I am legally obligated to call the FBI.
Yeah.
Please don't go anywhere. Or the Secret Service, whoever's in charge of that stuff. Please, sir, put your hands down, sir. You counterfeiting monster.
Yeah.
God, hate people.
It's
a good way to start a podcast that's supposed to be about jokes, just how much we all are old and hate people.
Let's talk about some more people. Let's do the news.
Let's do the news while I run and get liquor. Why didn't you not play?
dkgWELP.
Let's fill that knowledge hole.
With Kaz and Curly's News Bag.
Ooh, this is the news bag segment, ladies and gentlemen. This is a segment of the show where we talk about news stories from around the internet.
No one missed.
If you would like to participate in this part of the show, you can join our Discord. The links are down below or in your podcatcher. So go on over there to our Discord, and in there you will find a channel called dkgWELP, where you can post ideas for the podcast for us to talk about, like this one. A grocery store in Canada is trying to get people to start using reusable bags, and in an effort to do so, they decided to order a bunch of bags that say into the weird adult video emporium. And then those are the bags. It says adult video emporium.
Should we Google that?
Using it's in here in the doc. But yeah, they're just basically trying to shame people by giving them adult video store bags at the grocery store, so that they can start using reusable bags.
Are these so the bags that they're giving away are just like plastic bags that just say like something silly on it, like the adult.
Yeah, it says adult video store.
Okay.
Basically.
Oh yeah, like a lingerie bag or something, like a Victoria's Secret. Like, here you go, you walk around with this thing. Yeah. Okay, that's an option. I have no shame, so I don't care. That seems counterintuitive. Like, you're still giving out bags. I don't give a damn what my bag says on it. Like, just give me 10.
Yeah, I mean they have other ones, like, but yeah, they all have some weird fuck saying on them, so that they just want people to start using more reusable bags.
Yeah.
So if you got some shame in yourself, you know.
I mean,
they also have an Instagram account if you want to follow them on Instagram, called the East West Market.
Yeah. Avoid the shame. Bring a reusable bag. Calm it down, Canada. Calm it the fuck down. It's not gonna look at. This is what I knew would happen, because I don't know where you are, if it's different. California for sure, most of the place, at least in San Diego, total ban of bags, or any of these plastic ones.
Yeah, I think that was California wide.
Except what they banned were the thin, one-time use plastic bags, the ones that I quote unquote reuse for everything. I always had them in a drawer because they're nice to have around for cat poop or trash or whatever. Like, now what they replace them with is extremely thick plastic bags, just as plastic as all the other bags, but now very, very thick, that are supposed to be more than one use. You know what I have? 1,000 of those in my cupboard that I don't remember to put in my car. So I go to the grocery store and I order 4 extremely thick bags that now I don't want to use them on cat stuff because they're big, they're giant. And then I throw them away and I feel bad because I'm now polluting more than I did before, and also paying money to the lawyer firms that decided to push this through our legal system. You did it. You did it. Stupid. Whatever. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. The story here, Cass, says it backfired. What is the backfire portion of this story?
It's pretty much like our whole chat is saying. Is people actually are just excited about it? Yeah, give me a bag that says adult video.
It says here in the last paragraph, people began flocking to the market, paying 5 cents each in hopes of collecting the designs. Yep. Well done. Well done. Okay. Well, that's that. Kaz, has this ever happened to you? Have you? I'll preface this with my own anecdotal story. Have you ever gone to a shop in the idea of purchasing something, or maybe like I'll just throw out IKEA for me, and just misjudged the amount that your car could hold, or that it could fit into your car, or whatever? Like, I once tried to buy
IKEA shopping.
I once tried to go to IKEA and buy a bed. I got all the way out to the parking lot with the bed, and it did not even go in any angle to the door jamb of my car. And I was like, what the fuck do I do now? I'm three or two. I was like an hour and a half out of town. I'm like, oh man. So I remember my solution was I dismantled the entire IKEA flat pack and then put everything in like one by one into the car. And it was messy, but I did it and I got it done. And it was good. So this mom, Chicago, CBS reports, Dixon County, she needed to get an inflatable pool home on her tiny, tiny Audi Q5, if you know what cars are. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you want to help problem solve with this? How do you get I would say like a queen size mattress level of a inflatable pool home?
Ooh.
So the idea is that she can't deflate it, because the idea is that it wasn't a purchase that she did. She took it to a friend's house to get it inflated, then to bring it home.
Oh. I guess I mean the obvious answer is you go to the top of the car.
Okay. And I mean what? Like, how do you secure it? That's gonna fly right off, man.
You gotta hopefully you got some bungees.
I feel like bungees are an option. Maybe rope, right?
Yeah.
So this mom got arrested. You want to figure out why?
I think I saw this one. I think
nail gun it to the roof.
Kids were in the fucking pool.
Yep. She decided to weigh it down on the roof because she had no rope, and she weighed it down with her 2 children, and drove that shit home with an 8-year-old and a 16-year-old in the pool on the top of the Audi Q5. Police were alerted and then arrested. This mother found her driving with kids sat inside the inflatable pool on top of the car. Quote unquote, Janice said to the police that she was trying to have them hold it down on their drive home. Yeah, reckless contact, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need any more. There's no more story here except for a mom went to jail.
Does it give details on how far from where they were going to
just
where
to a friend's
home
house? I don't think it was freeway related. Praise the Lord. But yeah, definitely enough that people could see it, alert the cops, and then the cops had to pull them over. So enough time of a drive for that all to happen. Here's the thing. You know them kids were having the time of their life, so don't even fucking front. Okay. Maybe she was going 5. There is, I probably should bring up the photo. There is it's not really a photo of the kids in it, but there is a, boop. Just, is there a picture of the kids in it? No, just the mugshot. Yeah, no one needs to see that. All good. It's good times. I remember, I don't know, Kaz, did you have the same experiences when you were a kid? I used to ride in the back of a pickup all the time. My dad would pop on the freeway and be like, lay down, boys. And
I've done some dumb shit, like just standing on the back of cars as people drove. Like, trying to hop into moving cars, like, or my dad just like getting out and being like, "All right, you drive" at fucking like 12.
Yeah. We had that
Fucking,
4-year-old the other day on the dkgWELP that drove. I don't know how he reached them pedals without a friendly squirrel or something. I mean,
But yeah,
that was pretty common. I remember just no seat belts needed, no anything. Dangerous. It feels like, but then again, we did a bunch of dangerous stuff at our youths. I think I don't know if I've ever told a story of the fact that I can't shave this beard because I have a strong scar right here and all my upper lip here, and the hair is the only thing that stops it. And it's because I thought it was going to be funny once to actually, what's odd is a friend of mine was leaving a party early. She wanted to go home. She had stuff to do. But we were jokingly like, "Don't go, please stick around at the party." And we were kind of like jokingly holding on to the car like, "Oh, we'll stop you from leaving." And she's like, "All right, guys, peace." And just floored it. Floored the car in a cul-de-sac. And just, she doesn't have good eyesight or awareness. I then later in my life dated her for very long. And I remember my other friend made the smart choice of letting go immediately and falling and just tumbling. But I thought, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get hurt. I'll just keep holding on. And she didn't notice I was there. And at some point, I had to make the decision that it's going to only get faster.
yeah.
So I was looking down at the tire thinking, I'm going to go under this tire or I need to push off the car. And I made that like adrenaline choice to just go, huh. And I launched myself off going, I don't know, 25, 35, and just ate face in asphalt. And I remember weakly limping back to this party, completely sober, by the way. This is in my youth. And just bleeding out of my lip and my chin just... And there was luckily a friend of mine's uncle was a registered nurse. And he was like, "Oh, crap." And I'm like, "Oh, I'll be fine." And he's like, "No, this isn't stopping bleeding. You need to get stitches." And I was like, no. It's going to be fine. Don't call my dad, please. I don't know if we have insurance. He's going to be mad. But yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah, oh god, the dumb shit, the dumb shit and dumb dangerous situations you do.
That was I was actually 19, and I remember that was the moment laying in the hospital at 2 a.m. waiting for someone to come stitch my face up. And then, oh, by the way, the first doctor that came in, or I guess nurse or whatever, like someone who was able to do the thing, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna have someone do some quick stitches, blah blah blah. They'll be in here soon." They come in. And this is my memory. I'm laying down in this thing. I'm laying next to a cart of stitch equipment, which is just pokey crap and like anesthetic. And this dude comes in and he's like holding the needle and string and like gauze. And he's looking at me and his face gets a little white. And he's like, "I can't help you." And I'm like, He's like, "You need to see the plastic surgeon." And I was like, "Okay." Like, what? And I think he was just scared because the fact that it was like, I split my lip was open, like all the way in there and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. And so then I had to wait like another hour or two to see like the emergency. They ferried me up to the emergency section, and then plastic surgeon just set me up and was fine. But I remember laying there and looking up at the ceiling for like those hours where I'm just laying there with my face bloody open. And I'm like, I'm 19. I gotta stop doing this shit. I gotta stop going to the doctors and get hurt. Like, this is dumb. This is a dumb thing I did. I'm an adult now. I don't need to do this anymore. And I haven't been back to the doctor since.
All right. Speaking of doing dumb shit, I don't know how to get into this one. But speaking of doing dumb shit, a bunch of people made a Facebook group with the intention of seeing those aliens in Area 51. So over 250,000 people have signed this petition or joined this Facebook event group to meet
is
up.
Area 51 still a thing?
Oh yeah,
A
yeah. I mean, it's an
miscommunication
actual
resulted
military
in-
base. Well, raid time.
No, they're joining in on the raid for the Area 51.
Oh, it's over 700,000 now. People have joined this thing to meet up on September 20th. So that's a while from now.
It's 1 week before TwitchCon.
1 week before TwitchCon at 3 a.m. and they are going to storm the base and find proof of these goddamn aliens.
Do we all? Okay, there's a lot to unpack here, I have some questions I need answered because I'm confused. We haven't figured out an Area 51 thing yet. Has that not been debunked by some YouTube channel or something yet at this point?
What do you mean like?
Like, is it like
It's a physical, real military base.
Yeah, in the middle of the desert. We have a bunch of these type of things.
Of the desert.
But we believe that there was a Roswell alien landing, and then it was a cover up, and it's all stored in Area 151 or 151. Sorry, that's Bacardi 151. My bad. That's what my brain's at right now. My old Area 151.
They don't make the 151 anymore. Sad times.
I mean, I did read this story when you posted it, and like, there's a sentence that they say, or if I recall this correctly, that whoever posted it was like, "They can't stop us all."
Yeah.
and my first thing is, have you seen a howitzer? Have you seen guns? Have you seen the rifles that we own? They can stop you all. I mean, like, it's gonna get gross. You're not like, but unless you bring your own guns, you're gonna go down in a very quick way. Okay, like, they're gonna get most of you. They're gonna. I mean, like, that's just right. Am I confused? I mean, unless you're holding up Tim's body. Even then, it's gonna go through you when the howitzer shoots you. Like, you don't. I don't like guns a lot, but the idea of having to like fight against the government someday is like, unless we have guns, we're not gonna get very far with this uprising.
Say they don't want to shoot anyone, right? You've given them a date and time that you're going to show up. They could just move everything, bro.
Cops are shooting people that are fucking holding cell phones. They're not going to not shoot you if you're zerging them. Like, it's going to... And I don't care. Again, the article does say that you have to Naruto run. That's not a thing. It doesn't help. Help me, people. Help me. I mean, they'll shoot you if you try to steal a fucking iPhone. Like, you're going into Area 51. It's why can't I not think Area 151 now? Like, every time that I think
you're just stuck on 151. You're just stuck on it.
Oh yeah, serpentine, says Leon. Zigzag your way in. Yeah, I've tried that. You know what? That doesn't work in paintball. It doesn't work in real life. Okay, like, I've tried to be the fat guy doing the frickin' serpentine rush at someone, and I just get pelted. It's not very hard to hit someone with a bullet. Byakugan. Okay, well, once we all develop our super Naruto powers and the ninja training at the Leaf Village. Also,
to answer Curtis's question, I think Curtis asked this because this is something totally different. But yeah, they stopped producing 151, at least for sale in the U.S. in like 2017.
That's some hard bullshit.
2016.
No.
like everyone's fucking like Googling now.
No. You know what? I'm 30 now. I don't need to be drinking 151. I had to take a step back. I got a little verklempt for a moment. I was like, that's the end of it. And I was like, there's never a chance. There is never a chance that I'm going to drink 151. I do not need to put gasoline in my mouth hole. Like,
yeah, no. When we all turn 30, They just stopped because they were like, well, they're not going to drink it anymore.
We lost.
And kids aren't dumb. The new kids aren't dumb enough to drink it.
Yeah, they are. We lost the glorious generation. That was us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I drank a bunch of 151 because I thought,
Oh my god,
get it done quick. Alcohol tastes gross anyways. Might as well just chug the hard stuff.
The amount of 151 I've intaken is unnecessary.
Yeah, no, it's hard to swallow right now.
I kind of want to get my hands on a couple of bottles and just hold on to them. Those would be my equity.
I think when I just Googled before I closed it, there was like an unopened 151 bottle for $200 on eBay.
Yeah.
Well done. Ugh.
Welcome back.
God
Well,
damn
thousands of
autoplay
people are
videos
in-
from fucking hell. I hate websites. Sorry. That was a little overreaction. I hovered over a video.
There we go. So we talked about aliens and we talked about 151. We brung it all together, baby. Alien 151 now on shelves. Brought to you by
Area
DKG.
151. Storm it and get drunk on 151 when you get, so when you get shot with bullet holes, it doesn't hurt as much. And you oh Christ. I think we've covered a million of these types of stories, but I have another birthday cake gone wrong misinterpretation from the old
fuck.
Dairy Queen.
Which one is it? Because there was two in the thing, and both
Is
of them
there?
gross to me the fuck
it's
out.
probably this one because this one was on Not the Youngin. Not gross. This isn't gross at all. This is actually kind of adorable. This is in South Georgia, a Milledgeville woman. Kensley Davis is a huge fan of the Disney animated movie Moana. So her mother ordered a cake for her birthday.
Okay.
So she ordered. They told the people that they love cartoons and they love Moana. So they were workshopping some ideas. Also, I'm now just realizing this isn't for a fucking kid. This is a 25th birthday. You
live your
ordered
life.
a
Love what you
25th
love.
birthday themed birthday cake? Come on. Okay.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fucking live your truth.
So again, Moana is what they said. Can you imagine what you ended up with? So they got this birthday cake out of that, which is happy 25th
Yeah, this
birthday. They must have thought I said marijuana. At some point when they told them that they love cartoons, they were just like, let's throw a little pony on there. And this is quoted. It had red eyes and was smoking a joint with a tramp stamp of a pot leaf on its bottom, said Davis.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it there in the picture.
Just rolling that joint. Look at that little fucking cloud of sticky icky. This pony needs to exist in Trouble in Terrorist Town, please. Like, it's not a bad cake. This is a fantastic cake. The cool thing is this Macon County, Georgia mom was just like, yo, that shit was funny, yo. It's hilarious to me. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna plan on buying more cakes, but maybe next year we just won't get a design at all. It'll just be a regular ice cream cake. Those cake makers were on that Moana. I think we should make honestly, that is a great pony though, right? Like that looks like that's true to form. I'm pretty impressed. Unless they had like a stencil of a pot pony. Like
I definitely feel like somebody there is one at that bakery is a fan of My Little Pony.
You have to know like cutie signs and stuff. You have to know how those things work.
Fucking Joshua was new and he was working the phones and they were just like, yeah, man, just write everything down. And he was like,
excuse me, what? Marijuana cake? Yeah, I never seen that.
I'm sorry, I can't really hear you that well. Did you say marijuana? Yeah, Moana.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Marijuana. Okay. And what else? Cartoons. Cool. Cartoons. Like what cartoon do you know? I wonder if that's the first result when you type in cartoons into Google.
Dude, Carl's got this, dude. Look at this. You can see there's a fucking Photoshop transparency background that they just I don't know. You throw it into a cake printer or something. What I don't know how you do a.
Or just probably some kind of. There's all kinds.
There's
of
like a
weird shit that you can
3D
do for
screen
that.
printing, like uses sugar or something as a printing mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So fuck.
Or just a stencil that you can then
They wouldn't have stenciled
the
out
stuff
the
on.
transparent background though. That's a print, right? That's a computer print. Yeah, they use a special printer. All right, whatever. Even then, still a great cake. Great job, team. I got a lot of weed stories today. Lord.
Oh. It's mostly like political cartoons that come up when you type in cartoons.
Don't type in
in
pot
Google.
pony.
Or maybe for me.
Just don't type in pony. Yeah, that's your Google personalized results.
Fuck. I don't like. All right, whatever. All right, this one is called "Do It for the Gram." So there is this place in Siberia.
Is there?
Where basically there's a lake that is full of toxic waste. But it's the thing about it is it looks like a very just kind of blue, beautiful lake, but it's actually a toxic runoff. And people have been going there to take dope ass Instagram photos near it.
Holy shit, it's beautiful. But you're saying it's radiated or something.
Yes.
Holy crap, look at this beautiful lake. Dude, oh, none of these are clickable because why not fucking actually post the links to the photos? Yeah, don't breathe that in, brothers. What is it? What is it? What's in it? Why are you putting crap in the lake? Goddamn Siberia. It's 2019. Heating and electrical station number 5. Yeah, so it's runoff for a power plant. Good choices. It's not poisonous. The radiation level is normal.
So, actually, here I'm gonna link. Be careful. There's some weird ones in there, but there's the Instagram that's like dedicated to it. The like Instagram page dedicated to it.
What is this is a what is what's the choice here? It's not, but there's no nudity. It just, what is the, what?
But yeah, that's just, this is what the Russian Instagrammers are up to.
Oh, his legs are gonna get boned. They're just boned. Oh, they're out of there. What is? You ever just see weird internet videos and you're like, all right, it's just Russian. It's just weird Russian people doing weird shit. Like, all right. This guy could be our best friend. This is what Panda wants to one day be in his life.
Standing in front of toxic waste.
All right, I'm gonna stop clicking the right arrow while the stream is on because I don't know what's gonna happen.
No, nothing is as worse as that other one you clicked on. I scrolled down for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a man-made waste site for a power plant.
Oh, yeah, so it's not even like they just use a river. It's just that's the runoff goes there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Russian scientists have decided that it's not toxic and poisonous. So you know what? You do you. Go lick it or whatever the fuck you do for the gram. I don't give a damn. Fucking white people being weird. This week in white people being weird, we have Russians licking a lake.
Yeah. Oh, you know, someone somewhere at some point is just going to be like, "Yo, bro, lick it."
The old Russian power plant cooling water lick challenge has been initiated. Let's go, Lord.
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, I don't know. People are just, you got whatever you got to do, man. Do it for the gram.
Yeah, make your Jake Pauls happy.
But there's too many pictures for me of people like on it. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. You can stand as close to it as you want and take that goddamn photo.
Just don't touch the water.
Don't touch the water.
Please don't touch the water.
Like the dude in the floaty. There's a dude in a kayak. There's another dude in a floaty on the water. Like
he's on the standing board, like in the water. Like, oh,
bro,
Lord.
that is so.
Y'all ever seen that?
You're tempting fate.
You're looking at Mortal Kombat 3 acid pool. Like, you're gonna come up and it's just a skeleton right after you duck under that water, and you're gonna still be screaming. Please, no, don't do this. It's terrible. All right, my final story for this week, if needed, is this weekend. Damn, bro, why you gotta blow such a fucking large cloud? Another pot-related story. A teenager, 19, Benjamin, excuse to the cops for why he rammed into a police car and a police officer on the side of the road was that he had some trouble seeing out of his windshield because of the pot smoke fogging up his car window. The large cloud of fucking tasty vape juice of his marijuana cigarette clogged up his windows and he couldn't see. So he panicked. And this was the, I mean, really, when you're coming up with the thing to tell the cops, I'm not sure if, man, I was just blowing so much cotton into the fucking in my windshield that I couldn't see, bro. That's what happens, man. But yeah, the teen was without a driver's license and driving home from Melbourne. He actually got away with it because he did pin the constable up to the car and then drove away after that, preferably with at that point rolling the windows down so he could then see out of the windshield. But then the police called because they could see this fucking license plate on some of the cameras. They called his parents, and that's when he called in and said and admitted to the whoopsie doodle. I hit a cop while just toking the big old kush. I don't know anything about weed as much as I should at this point. But yeah, I think what's crazy here, in addition, I guess he's 19. I mean, they don't really. I mean, he did pin a cop to a car. He initially faced 14 charges, including ramming an emergency vehicle, assaulting a police officer, conduct endangering life, and unlicensed driving. Instead, he will participate in a drug education program with strict requirements, including weekly check-ins with police and an agreement not to associate with anyone else involved in the incident. Stop being friends with your bros?
Friends in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soren, the guy's father, John, told the court he discovered that Benjamin was using drugs about 3 years ago, but only just recently realized he had a problem. Where the hell is this?
You said constable, right? Sounds
I
like
did say
London?
constable. Newsweek, marijuana car. Melbourne. Sorry, Australia.
Okay.
Go Australia.
All right. No wonder he didn't get shot.
Can't wait. That cop would have fired 18 rounds at that point. You took my legs. Oh, damn. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Stop blowing giant cloud smokes.
Yeah, oh boy, like you just gotta.
I was gonna bring this up pre like early in the whelp. This was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I drive to work at the same route every day, and it's a 2-lane road, mostly getting out of all of La Jolla for me. And so I kind of see the same cars whenever I start my route as I do by the time I leave my route. And I remember like being like a couple weeks ago, and I wrote down in my notes, I was like, bring this up on Whelp. But it was just like, I was behind this one car and all the windows were up and you couldn't see anything inside of it. And I watched it at a light while this, I don't know who it was, I couldn't even see, rolled the window down and just blew the biggest vape cloud I have ever seen in my entire life out of the car. It looked like a genie got summoned out of the side of this car window. And I was like, what are you doing? Your wattage is too high or something on your fucking vape, dude. Like, you're just blowing, you're literally contributing to the cloud system right now. It might as well thunderstorm out of that cloud. It's insane. And people are crazy with that stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stanvek.
It's
Appreciate it. Clarification. Hook it up. Actually physically harmed and lived. Yeah. But yeah, that is those are my stories. Unless you need me to do more.
no, we're good. No.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
move on.
You want to move on to that? Okay, we move on to the, which is terrifying to me because this is the first time Kaz is running the second half of the show as we move into, I'm thinking.
Oh, yay!
It's game time
Hell yeah.
with Curly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only on dkgWELP.
So because of our busy schedules and all the stuff going on, I took over our second half of the show this week, and I'm gonna give Curly a choice. No, so I picked 3 quizzes, and I call this quiz segment "Things Curly Should Know." These are things he always likes to go and correct the other people on. So we're gonna actually test his knowledge on these things. 1 is Steven Universe, 2 is the movie Hackers, and then 3 is Labyrinth. You can pick any of them. I think some of them are kind of short, so maybe we could do 2 of the 3. But definitely we're gonna start with a 1, 2, or 3. Your choice.
My choice.
Your choice on which one we start with. If they're short enough, then we'll go to another one. So help. Just so you know, the Hackers one that I found on this trivia site has like 4 different Hackers quizzes. I just picked one of them. So this can be something we do multiple times with all of the kids and things like that. And I found a couple of different quiz sites that are actually legitimately really good, I think.
Sporkle.
But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Sporkle too many times for this show. I will tell you right now, confidence-wise, I don't know Hackers as much as I should. As much as I love watching it with you guys. You and Nikon and Hilp and the rest of these kids, and Drew, know this stuff way more than I do. So I'm not going to pick the Hackers quiz unless I'm forced to do it. For Steven Universe and Labyrinth, crack them knuckles, baby.
All right. So I'm going to put a 3 on the Hackers one. If anything, we'll do that one last if we get that far in. So between Steven Universe and Labyrinth,
what are we running?
Which one do you want to do first?
We're at a 57-minute marker. I bring on the thing that no one cares about here, Steven Universe. Let's do this. They got a new movie coming up. No spoilers, please.
Let's do Steven Universe.
Lex, let's go.
Let me see. Is this going to be easier?
And Steven.
Looking at it, I think you know what? It might be.
You want me to look at this?
You can.
I don't want to if I don't have to. I don't care.
I don't think it hard matters. I didn't go through this one as I did the other ones because this one you have to answer the questions to.
Are these multiple
keep
choice?
Going.
I don't need multiple choice.
Yeah. It's multiple choice. So take it as you may.
I won't look. Don't need it. You just tell me and I'll look if I have to.
All right. So here we go. First question on deck. I think this is an easy one because I think even I know the answer to this one. What is the name of the ice cream treat that Steven loves?
Cookie Cat.
Cookie Cat. King Cone.
Cookie Cat.
Firecracker. Or Banana Bonzer.
That wasn't me reading answers. That was just me giving the answer.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm gonna flex some muscles.
Number 2. I don't think it's going to give us correct answers to the end. All right. Number 2. What are the 2 parts that make up garnet?
Ruby and sapphire.
You're just going to lock that in. Ruby and sapphire.
You okay? I deep dive this show, bro. Okay, you underestimating my knowledge skills right now. I'm
not underestimating shit. I'm just asking. All right. The other options besides Ruby and Sapphire, which are on here, are Ruby and Emerald, Emerald and Amber, Amber and Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire is what Curly said. Ruby and Sapphire. Number 3. Which of these is the fusion of pearl and amethyst?
Oh, I always mess these up. This is actually okay.
Alexandrite, opal, sugilite, sandroxide, sardonyx, onyx.
Damn! Don't talk, chat. Who'd you say? Pearl and amethyst.
Yes.
Pearl and amethyst is the funny one. I want to say that's sardonyx.
Sardonyx?
No. What was the other one? Sorry.
Sardonyx, Sugilite, Opal, and Alexandrite.
Opal. Opal's the giant woman. I think it's Opal.
Opal? All right. That's what I'm going to click. Locked it in. Number 4. Where are Lars and Sadie employed? Beach City Walk Fries?
The Big Donut.
Beach City Funland or Fish Stew Pizza?
Fish stew pizza. No, it's definitely a Big Donut.
The Big Donut.
The Big Donut.
Number 5. And for
Big
those of you,
Donut.
it's not going to give me the corrections until we're done with the quiz.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Lion is Steven's trusty pet companion. What is his superpower?
Lots of
Time
them.
travel, transformation, super speed, teleportation.
I mean, super speed and teleportation. It's going to be teleportation, though.
Teleportation?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He also can store a sword in his goddamn mane. He has a dimension.
What is the name of the place where the gems are grown? A preschool, a kindergarten, a hatchery, a nest. Kindergarten. All right, continue.
Leon, you know how to play this game. Do I have to mute chat?
Which of these is not, and very bold, is not one of the 4 diamonds who run Homeworld?
Okay.
Blue diamond, pink diamond, white diamond, red diamond.
Red diamond. Unless the movie shows a red diamond.
Number 8. Don't put it in emote only mode. All gems can shapeshift. True or false?
True. They're just energy light. Yeah, they can. Yeah, take it off emote only mode, please, Gabby. Yeah, no, I think they can. They can all shapeshift. Even Steven.
All right. Hitting it with a true. Number 9. How does Steven heal others? His blood, his tears, his spit, with kisses.
His spit. Because it's a children's show.
Spit.
His jizz.
Number 10.
I gotta come on you for you to heal. It's a whole different show.
My healing spleen will get you back. What is Ronald Fryman's blog called?
Keep Beach City weird.
Keep Beach City weird. All right, I'm gonna just lock that in. That's one of the choices.
What were the other options?
Long live Beach City, save Beach City, make Beach City odd.
No, I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no, I didn't need. I just wanted to hear what they wrote.
Okay,
sorry.
There we go. Number 11. Generally, quartz type gems hold what role in gem hierarchy? Managers, aristocrats, servants, Warrior?
Yeah.
Warriors?
We are the Warriors. I don't know why I did the same thing that we've talked about many times on any of our casts. I couldn't hear you for a moment, and so I put my ear to the microphone. Like somehow that's gonna fucking like, huh? What? Just talk louder into my ear hole. All the time.
When Steven discovered lapis lazuli, where was she trapped?
In a mirror.
A shell, a gem kindergarten.
In a mirror.
In a mirror.
I'm sorry, I'll let you finish. I just kind of want to fucking.
No, it's fine. No. Do it up. All right, that's the last question.
It's either all but one. I'm a little confused about. I think Opal was right. I think Opal's the giant woman.
You got out of 12 questions, 12 correct.
Yeah, bro. I got to start picking quizzes that Kaz knows. Give him a little bit of this feeling. This is a good feeling.
I think hold on. Let me look at this labyrinth one real quick. We might have enough time to fit this one in.
I could do the labyrinth one. I'm
enough.
down. Goblin King, Goblin King.
Yeah, this one's only 10 questions. Fuck, these questions are long though, bro. Holy shit. All right, you know what? Let's do it.
This might get gross, but let's do it.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start at number 1. So this one is about Labyrinth, the movie starring David Bowie.
The 1980s movie starring David Bowie, where it wasn't Man Who Fell to Earth, which everyone got grossed out about.
So here's question 1. Jesus Christ. Remember this. I'll let you know when I'm done. Just before Sarah enters the labyrinth, she meets Hoggle, who is spraying down the fairies. As one falls to the ground, Sarah picks it up, and the fairy bites her immediately. Sarah is shocked, and Hoggle asks,
"What do you think fairies do?
What do you expect fairies to do?" What is Sarah's reply?
Grant wishes.
Would you like the options? That's not one of the options. So
okay, read the options.
I thought they were friendly and liked to help people. I thought they did nice things like granting wishes.
That one.
I don't know, but I didn't expect them to bite. I thought they would be like the ones in my books.
Granting wishes.
Granting wishes. All right.
What do you expect fairies do? Also, he's peeing in a lake.
Number 2. While on her journey through the labyrinth, Sarah runs into 2 pairs of knights guarding 2 separate doors. Sarah must solve a riddle to decide which door to take. The knights tell her one of the doors leads to the castle and the other leads to where?
Bum, 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 bum.
To certain death, to a terrible demise, to an oubliette, and to an untimely
oubliette. Excuse me, Kaz has never watched the movie. No, they say certain death.
To certain death. All right. Where Jeff sees Sarah in the oubliette. When Jareth sees Sarah in the oubliette, he is very angry. Why is he so mad?
Because Hoggle was supposed to take her back to the beginning of the labyrinth.
She should have never
gotten this far.
Met certain death by now. None of the above, which is the second one. She has broken the door. She shouldn't have gotten that far.
She shouldn't have gotten that far. She shouldn't have gotten this far.
Hoggle shows up in the oubliette to lead Sarah back to the beginning. With a little bribery, she convinces Hoggle to take her as far as he can. He uses a piece of wood, a door, he finds on the floor to magically make an exit appear. However, on the first try, he does not reveal the exit. What does he reveal?
I know
a junkyard,
it's a cupboard,
a closet, just a wall, an empty room.
What did it say? Broom closet? What was the second one?
Yeah. A broom closet.
Yeah, it's basically a closet that he opens and a bunch of pots and pans fall out. So I think a broom closet, I guess.
All right. Number 5. Oh my God. Continuing through the labyrinth, Sarah runs into Jareth. They have a conversation. They have a conversation about her journey so far. Not done yet. When she claims his labyrinth is a piece of cake, he ups the stakes and changes the time on the clock. Sarah then says a line she utters many times throughout the movie. Jareth replies, "You say that so often.
I wonder what your basis for comparison is." I could do every line in this movie, Kaz. I can do it all. She says it's not fair.
This sucks. It's not fair. I hate you. You can't do that. It's not
It's
fair.
one of the best lines in that fucking movie. Fuck you people. I'm drunk now and I'm going to talk about Labyrinth. It's not fair. And he says, "Oh, you say that so often. I wonder what your basis for comparison is."
Number 6. Once Sarah and Hoggle safely make it away from Jareth, they meet a strange old man who dispenses advice. What makes this man so strange?
He's got a bird for a hat.
Backwards. He has 3 legs. He has a talking bird for a hat.
Hey, which one?
There we go. Number 7. Continuing on, Sarah comes upon a beast named Ludo, who is being tortured by goblins. How does Sarah save this gentle giant?
She throws rocks
She
at
chases
the guys.
goblins off. She lets Ludo down, and he gets rid of the goblin. She fights the goblin. She throws rocks at the goblins.
She throws rocks at the goblins. Boom.
Number 8. 3 more questions to go. Soon after Sarah saves Ludo, she runs into some trouble with a nasty gang of creatures known as fires. Hoggle ends up saving Sarah from them. What does Sarah do to Hoggle that lands them at the bog of eternal stench?
She kisses him.
She kisses him, she thanks him, she hugs him, she hits him.
She kisses him.
She kisses him. Is what
Don't
Shirley
kiss
said.
me! Don't kiss
2
me!
more questions. While venturing through the land of stench, Sarah and her friends meet Sir
Didymus
and his trusty steed. What is
Ambrosia.
Sir Didymus's sacred oath? No one shall be allowed to live. No one shall exist.
No one shall
exit the bog
without
Jareth's permission. No one shall pass without his permission. No one shall be allowed to proceed.
No one shall pass without my permission.
Number 10. Yo, these are some long fucking. These are paragraphs, bro. These are questions. These are fucking statements. Sarah and her friends finally make it to the castle, where she proceeds on alone. At the end of it all, Sarah finally gets to confront Jareth. Sarah starts the famous "You have no power over me" speech. But before she finishes, Jareth interrupts and offers her what? Love, a crown, her dreams. Toby.
Love me. Cherish me. Do as I say, and I will be your slave. That's the last thing he says. What were the options? Love?
Love, a crown, her dreams. Toby.
He doesn't offer. He offers his dreams earlier. So yeah, no, it's got to be love, I guess. That's just a weird way to word that, because I don't think he's saying that. But okay, quiz. Okay, BuzzFeed. I say love.
All right.
Love me, cherish me,
And the computer
I will
does
be
its
your
thing.
He says, "I will be your slave."
On the first question, your answer is correct.
They're all correct. What are you talking about? Don't fucking fight me on this.
On the second question, your answer is correct.
You don't have to do this.
The
Just keep.
question.
Tell me what I got wrong.
The one you got wrong was number 10.
Yeah, so this is a weirdly worded one.
This is the final scene in the movie with David Bowie, who plays Jareth. He seems to have fallen in love with Sarah and tries to convince her that everything he has done thus far has been for her. As Sarah begins her speech, she is stopped by Jareth, who pulls out a crystal and says, "Look what I'm offering you."
Oh, he does offer the dreams at the
Sarah
end.
struggles to remember the last line of the speech. Once she says the words,
Yeah, that's my
"Have
bad.
no power over me," the fantasy world collapses around her, and she finds herself safe in her bedroom.
That is definitely my bad, because there is a point in the opening when he first meets her that he says, "What is this?" and she's like, "Oh, that's," or he's like, "It's your dreams. Like anything you want can be yours," and he offers it to her. But then at the end of the movie, he also does it. I forgot he pulled the crystal out. Might be.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take it. Okay. You know what? No shame, babies. Let's do it.
I feel like we should just do the last one.
Let's do the cocky fuck. Let's do the hackers quiz, because this is where Nikon
right.
is going to defriend me for the rest of my life.
All right.
I don't have
This
any
is the
cockiness
hackers
like I do for other movies, because I've only watched this very drunk with the boys. By the way, if you guys ever want to like have these movie nights, hang out. If you're just a viewer right now, hang out in the Discord. Honestly, seriously, we do movie nights all the time. Not as recently as we used to, but seriously, we do them whenever we have the chance. They're fun. We might watch Into the Spider-Verse tonight. Who knows?
Oh shit! I literally just watched that. This
I have
morning, but I'm
never
down to
seen
watch
it.
again.
I have never
Yeah,
seen
we
it.
should. All right, we should. I'll stay up for that. All right, last quiz of the night, last part of the podcast. Thank you for being here. If you are here, thank you for listening. If you are listening, this one is very near and dear to our hearts. This is about the movie Hackers. This one
Joey's
is
getting
also 10
stupid
questions.
busy.
just to give you a baseline, Curly, the Labyrinth quiz, most people got 8 out of 10. You got 9 out of 10, so you're above average there.
I hope so.
Here,
please.
most people get 7 out of 10. So
You didn't give me
let's see
the
how you
Land
do.
Before Time quiz, or I could quote everything on that one as well.
I just went with 3, and this site called funtrivia.com has a lot of these, and it
Awesome.
seems to be really good so far. All right, so number 1.
Is this like when I gave you and Panda the skateboard quiz? That's what it felt like. What's an ollie?
What are Dade Murphy's 2 hacker aliases? Zero Override and Cool Crash, Crash Override and Zero Cool, Override Cool and Zero Crash, Override Crash and Cool
what?
Zero.
I want to say Crash Override and Zero Cool. Is that an option?
Yes, that is an option. That is the second option. Is that the option you would like to go with?
I feel like you said the same things 3 times, and that's all I can key in
do you
on.
want to hear them all again?
I just heard banana. Yeah, okay.
All right, number 1, Zero Override and Cool Crash.
Oh,
number
it's just
2,
mixing up the words. Okay.
Crash Override and Zero Cool. Number 3, Override Cool and Zero Crash.
No.
Number 4, Override Crash and Cool Zero.
Yeah. No, number 2, the one I said earlier.
Crash Override and Zero Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Nikon, please still be friends with me after this, please. I don't want to ruin our friendship.
Number 2, what question did Dade's mother ask him near the beginning of the movie whilst he is in the shower? 1, were you on the computer all night? 2, hack any good sites lately? 2, you hooked up the phone again, didn't you? Did you forget to wash behind your ears?
3, you hooked up the phone again, didn't you? I need the multiple choice on this one.
You hooked up the phone again, didn't you?
Early in the movie, so it's after he's back to he's the time skip. After the time skip in this movie.
Number 3, how many computer systems was Dade responsible for crashing when he was 11 years old?
Fuck me.
Number 1, 1,506. 2, 1,508.
Fuck you,
3,
quiz giver. That's bullshit.
1,505. 4, 1,507. I don't even know the answer to this one.
How? There's no discerning difference. It's literally. I
don't know
this is
the
a
answer
fucking
to this
toss up. Unless there's some kind of like joke, right? Like, I'm trying to think of like leet speak. Like maybe it's like. I want to say 1505.
1,505?
1507. There's no like. I'm trying to think of like the way that it would spell something. Maybe like. Saucy. I saw. I want to say 1505. It's got to be 1505. I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, it's a crapshoot. Thank you guys for purging.
1,505?
That's all I got.
All right. Number 4.
We can turn off Evo mode if people actually act like adults.
What are the names of the 2 elite hackers that Dade and Kate go to for help? Blazer and Raid, Razor and Blade, Cut and Dice, Slash and Slice.
Fuck! God, I'm gonna lose my fucking friend Nikon over this. Okay. Slash and Slice sounds cool as fuck, but Dozer, I think, was one of them. So go me again. Roll me through this first one.
Blazer and Raid, Razor and Blade, Cut and Dice, Slash and Slice.
Blazer and Raid? Or, okay, then they just Blazer and Raid. Oh, sorry. First 2 again. Slower.
Blazer and Raid, Razor and Blade.
I'm going to go with Razor and Blade.
Razor and Blade. What Latino singer plays an FBI agent in this movie? Gloria Estefan, Enrique Iglesias, Mark Anthony, or Ricky Martin?
You say Gloria Estefan?
Yeah, dog. I said Gloria Estefan, Enrique Iglesias, Mark Anthony, and Ricky Martin.
I honestly have no fucking idea. Gloria, no, why would Gloria Estefan be in this fucking movie? I mean, J-Lo's in it, so fuck.
What? Okay.
Gloria Estefan. Fuck it.
All right.
Fuck it.
Gloria Estefan. Number 6.
Selena.
How many times faster than the Pentium does Kate say her new computer speed is? Quadruple, double, triple, 10 times.
Oh, fuck. I have no idea. Oh, God. What, a Pentium what? 1? A 233 hertz fucking... Fuck, 4 times. Quad. Let's quad it up. Quad is what people say a lot.
Quadruple? All right. Number 7. What song is playing as Dade, the freak and serial killer, enter Kate's party? Voodoo People by The Prodigy. Connected by the Stereo MCs. Hey Boy, Hey Girl by The Chemical Brothers. Teardrop by Massive Attack.
Literally, I'm gonna roll a dice. I fucking have no... 3. Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Number 3, Hey Boy, Hey Girl by The Chemical Brothers. Who did Eugene... We can go back. What's up? What
I don't know. The Chemical Brothers fucking... that sounds dumb. 2 then. Just say 2. Fuck it.
Connected by the Stereo MCs.
Sure. It's all the same to me.
Who did Eugene Belfort disguise himself as when hacking into the FBI website to change Dade's mother's criminal records? Alabama State Troopers, FBI agents, NYPD officers, CIA agent.
FBI. Sure.
FBI agent.
Okay.
What soft drink do Razor and Blade claim is the soft drink of the elite hacker? Jolt Pepsi, Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, or 7-Up?
I don't fucking know. I'm sorry, Nikon. Please be my friend. I want to say Jolt.
Just Jolt.
Jolt.
And then the last question of the day. What is the name of the virus that the hackers were being blamed for infecting the Gibson with? Melissa,
Da Vinci. The Da Vinci virus.
Cookie Monster, or Rabbit?
Da Vinci virus. I got one, boys.
Da Vinci virus. And now we tally the questions to see what's right.
I'm sorry.
Curly, on this test of 10 questions, you only got 6 right.
Oh, below average. That one burns.
Yeah. You got number 3 wrong. Your answer of 505 was wrong. The correct answer is 1,507 systems in one day.
Okay. That someone might have missed one because the other options were one more.
Your answer of Gloria Estefan was wrong.
Of course it was.
Mark Anthony.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Quadruple.
Nope.
It's not how many times faster the Pentium was. It was triple. Triple the speed of the Pentium.
Where'd she get it from? Who made it? Intel? AMD? Where? Via?
I will say, though, you got number 7 right about what song is playing at the house when they show up to the party. I don't know how you got that right, but you got that right.
That was a 1 in 4, baby.
Number 6, he was not disguising himself as an FBI agent. He disguised himself as an Alabama State Trooper.
Of course, because they have access to changing records.
Into the system, and that's it. Yeah, there you go.
This was fun, dude. I like you being Proctor. I hate being on the other side of this, but it is very fun. It is very fun, especially if you pick quizzes that I know things about.
I figured that would be fun. Test your knowledge of these things that you always talk about and fucking are always fucking yammering on about, especially Labyrinth and Steven Universe.
You ain't gonna come at me with the Steven Universe though. That's where this flexing's coming in. Okay, come in with let's like bringing Steve in for a D&D quiz. Okay, come on. It's great. This is a blast. Thank you so much for this, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
It's a little weird of a day because you didn't have time to prepare, but Kaz stepped it up and made all this happen for you guys. So I love you guys. I was trying to fit in the camera, Nikon. It wasn't a weird flex. I didn't want to go above it. I was just trying to fit in the camera. Whatever. Go and die.
Yeah, this one has a bunch of movies quizzes, so this is something we can utilize a lot.
Yeah. I want to do more of this kind of stuff. I kind of like straight up quizzing you, especially when it's just us and it's not like we're trying to dog on a guest. So I guess that's gonna wrap it up for us, guys. We've done a whole podcast here tonight.
Fuck yeah. No, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. If you would do so, go to the website. Drunk Kids. I always forget the goddamn name of our own website. Go to the website.
dkgtv.com/dkgWELP if you want to see the main feed. Otherwise, if you have an Apple device or anything, you can go to that link that just got posted in the thing, which is just on iTunes, or pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts. We're on the Google Play Store. Yeah. We're on the Spotify now. Now Spotify covers podcasts. We're on that. You can get us on Spotify. Subscribe somewhere, and if you do subscribe and you feel like you want to actually support the show, then toss a little comment on there, and it means the world because it puts that shit up in your face. So do that. It'd be great.
Yeah, it would definitely be helpful. Definitely makes us feel good. And we got more stuff coming for you guys, like just as we go. There's a lot of stuff we've been working on that Hope's been helping us with, and other people in Nikon and all the kids have been helping us try to step our shit up.
If you want to help with that kind of stuff, there is a whole place on the Discord for that. So come in there if you got an idea or a comment. We have a section in the Discord for ideas that I regularly read. There's a whole section for the dkgWELP podcast itself that I regularly read. And again, this is to reiterate, which I say a lot of times these days. This channel has gone from being a very curly centric thing to something that is a collaborative group effort. We have a place in there that we're eking out for each other. Be part of it. The more you're part of it, the more it'll be content that you enjoy. So if you want to be part of that, it's here. We'll listen. We'll bring you in, you know?
Yeah. And hopefully we'll have some more things coming down the line soon, just to kind of make it more fun. Make it something that you can definitely suggest to your friends to come check out and watch if you are not doing so already. We are definitely going to try to add more value to the show. But that's it. That's the show for this week. I'm not sure if we're going to be back next week. I got to see, because I got some
you got stuff on
happening.
Okay.
Yeah. But if anything, that will maybe be the start of us doing pre-recorded stuff, and we'll just see how that goes. But thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. And until next time, keep it weird.
If you want to hang out and help us find a title for this episode, please stick around as you're a live listener. If you're not a live listener right now and you're just listening to this later, then maybe next time tune in for the actual live stuff. But otherwise, have a great night, everybody, and happy Sunday. See you guys next week. And if you do come around for the other stuff, I'll see you tomorrow for more normal video game streams and whatnot. I love you guys.